Okay, we are back to another stream of Lies of P. Alright, I hope you all had a happy Halloween. Sorry I kind of went dark on streaming last month. I really just find it easier to stream games versus art, because I get really extra distracted, because I'll always just like go over to like Twitter or something mid-drawing. Versus gaming, I'm a lot more focused on task by comparison. Not to say that I can't stream art, though another part being is I'm worried that my computer is starting to get a little old. So streams through what's it called? Streamlabs or such might tank it. I don't know. I just don't want to risk it. Though I might try to stream a bit more. Maybe like doodles streams here or there. We'll see. But yeah, for the time being, we're back to platinuming another game. This time Lies of P, because I actually have a few more achievements to go, and I have 2 files now because I played offline versus when I was streaming. And we need 2 more endings, all the special weapons, and then 1 like story bit that relies on another ending. Hey Argo, hope you had a happy Halloween. I hope you had good Halloween. Hope it makes you happy. To Lies of P turn to streaming tonight. Thank you, Dean. I did have a pretty good Halloween. Had family come over. We had pizza. Watched Young Frankenstein. Fun time. But yeah. So, without further ado, which button is the any button? That's a good question. I guess X is now. So, I've played 2 files. This one, I've gotten to Luxasia. I've beaten her. And we're going to save using this one for a different ending, because we need 2 more endings, and I don't want to play through it multiple times. So there's a certain key point we need for a specific ending for some reason, and I have it set up so when I make that choice, I have, if it doesn't work in the other file, I can go back to this one also. But excuse me. Anyway, we're going to start off with this file instead, all right? And also, I used to work at Papa John's Pizza, and Halloween night was the most popular night of the year. Second was Super Bowl, and the third was Valentine's Day. You know, the Super Bowl one, I'm surprised wasn't more popular, but you know what? I guess some people just like be dressing up in spooky costumes and enjoying pizza and stuff, so that makes sense. We usually go to a local place. Also, for starters, if you recall, the painting we had our nose grow out. And, hey, Gressel, still welcome to the stream. And, I wasn't able to get the weapon out of it, but for this run, we're going to be using it for the majority, just because I think it's neat. So it's a quick spear. And you do stuff like this. And you can do crazy stuff like that as well. Alright. But, yeah. There are some things here, some characters we missed on our initial playthrough, but now we will meet them in the future one. Actually, before we leave, let me get these last bit of gold coin. I used to live near Kansas City, and I worked at Papa John's. The year that the Kansas City Chiefs won the Super Bowl, I was the only worker who gave no cares. Well, at least you worked there when they won. Imagine, though, that's usually to Philly fans that have the bad rep of burning down their city, regardless if they win or not. But, oh, also, we'll be meeting... You'll learn who that character is later on in the playthrough. That's a character I missed on my first time, so we'll see her later. Alright? Here we go. Also, the director for Liza P had a little video announcement earlier today, and we're getting. Hang on, I'll say afterwards. Just to play through the cutscene one more time.
Can you hear me? Geppetto's puppet. We need your help.
Alright, so now we gotta play through this one more time. Do you wish to reset your TheArgoNinja? No. So, with the success of...
There you are. I've been looking all over for you.
With the success of Liza P selling 1 million copies last month, we are getting the Alidoro's mask and outfit. If you remember, he's the guy who sells boss weapons.
But we have to hurry. My name is Sophia. Please come to Hotel Crot, and I'll explain what's happening. Jiminy, please escort him to the hotel.
And we also are getting a patch, probably coming out in the next few weeks or so.
Find something that might help.
Excuse me. And the patch includes having the default ability to roll up when you get knocked down by anything. Yeah, I don't have any more P organs. So this ability where you can roll after getting heavy knockdown, this is going to become a default ability in an upcoming patch, so I don't know what's going to be added here. But we'll see. And that, I'm glad to see they're listening to not necessarily make the game super easy, but add a bit more quality of life changes as the game goes on. Crot Central Station. Oh god. I forgot. Hang on. I need you to stay away. I forgot you default don't have it out. Anyway, here's a stick. It's also what the heck? What the heck? Why is it just... Oh, first of all, you can see the nose right there. That's funny. Weird. Why doesn't it have its little flares to it? Not that it matters. It still does good damage. I did not hear about the fake Lyle arc. I haven't watched the Sonic Frontiers playthroughs because I kind of want to play it myself eventually. So I've been kind of on the back burner. Also, I love Corey, but I need a break from the Coreyism every so often, you know? So I can only imagine how wild that gets. Also, this is the most worthless light because I can still see just fine. I knew you weren't watching it, but I wasn't sure if you heard about it otherwise. Yeah, I was familiar with the Jack and Daxter weird fake Lyle arc. I just didn't know there was now an ending, I guess, or an update to it in that regard. Also, one thing about New Game Plus for Liza P, which I think is really cool, compared to other Soulsborns, where they don't update they update how much, you know, like souls you'll get ever so slightly when you go into New Game Plus, but they rarely update the dropped souls, like the souls of Wandering Knights or whatever. They'll usually stay the same, so once you're in like the 100,000, you kind of fall off in that regard. But in Lies of P, I've noticed that Ergo drops, when you use them, they're like in the thousands and such. Passenger's note: if anyone finds this note, get out of the station and run. Be sure to steer clear of the waiting room. I saw a huge puppet smashing people to death in there. I locked the door, but I don't know if that'll work. At least it should stop people from randomly coming in. I'm going to die soon, so I want to help you, even if it's not much. Please survive, anyone. Also, we're going to be rereading these again, just because I like reading. I say that as if if that wasn't my weakest part in school, but I just like reading stuff as an addendum, as an additional option in streams. Apparently fake Lyle was lying to his parents. That he was real Lyle because his name was Lyle too, and he was conversing with fake Chris and fake Zach. Oh my god. Dude's making a whole, like, fanfic Spideyverse story out of real people. It's so nuts. Yeah, like, for example, this Vivid Ergo right here should, like, see, it's not much for now, but, like, we're gonna start getting more and more Ergo that drops you, like, thousands later on. In new game, like, trying to level up, you're really strict to what you can level up. So you can't do, like, crazy, like, oh, I'm a strength and advanced build. It's kind of one or the other. But in New Game Plus, I'm finding that you can just kind of get through no problem. And also, you get like the additional hardware defense parts. There'll be +1s versions of these, but unfortunately, they didn't really balance them. So like, this end game defense part is still way better than this +1 workshop union by comparison. You see the difference in defenses. The only difference is that it's lighter, but it's going to be a while before we finally catch a defense part that's actually better. Also, in an unrelated incident, Zach and Chris witnessed someone pretending he was Zach in GTA 5 server and proving weird Zach stuff and doing Zach's voice. It was very cringy and eerie to them, I bet. That's the thing, it's one of those things where I'm like, you gotta remember that at the end of the day, these dudes, they're funny, but they're just dudes. They don't need you to be over the top, balls to the wall to try to get their attention, you know? Like, it's not hard to not be weird in that regard, you know what I mean? Because I'm sure Tomar, like, if I saw Tomar, I would not do like, oh, Joshua Tomar, you are wanted for so many criminals, like every other Oni Plays fan commenter makes. That's the one thing I hate about Oni Plays fans, is like, I try to like, oh, I watched an Oni Plays video, oh, I'm wondering what people thought of that video, if they spotted that one thing that I thought was really funny, and it's always like,
it's called a stargazer.
Dude, Tobar destroyed all the stargazers.
Stalkers used in the past.
Puppet threshold exceeds danger estimates. Please reduce puppet numbers or reset danger parameters.
As we are not strong enough to beat the puppets.
Say zoo.
But if I lend my power to this stargazer for a moment. Gather ergo, clever one. This stargazer will make you stronger. But the stargazer's strength doesn't last forever, so be careful with it. Hurry up and come to Hotel Krot.
Alright, so yeah, see, we still have the ability to change up our ergo and stuff. Also, there's gonna be a point in this, right, where the number of required ergo stays very stagnant until like level 150, where like the increased number, you get just like 50 levels for free pretty much. See if I have enough to demonstrate this. Okay. Yeah, we'll just keep going into motivity. Ah, damn it. I need to slap one more robot. Okay. Okay, so the top number is the required ergo, and this is what we have remaining, alright? The next level only requires one additional ergo by comparison. In previous Souls games, this goes up by like 150 or like 1,000, depending on how many levels you're in. So from this point onward until like level 150, we just get a very standard amount. Like, it's gonna just be like 16,000 for a good while. 60,000 and some loose change by comparison, and those numbers go up so quick by comparison. I don't know if this was intentional or not, but I'm curious to see if this will stay true even after the game gets patched this month. Have you seen the pilot for Amazing Circus? I mentioned it, one of the characters in the comment on a drawing you did, but I wasn't sure if you saw. I probably did see it. I have seen the Amazing Digital Circus. I really liked it a lot. I'm a friend of Gooseworks, and she makes a lot of kooky stuff. So I'm looking forward to see what comes out of that whole thing. Anyway, no, okay, we're good. But yeah, so for the time being, we're going to be getting pretty quick with the level ups. And they drop a lot of ergo now as well. Because before, it was like you were lucky if you got maybe like one extra level between checkpoints. But in this, it's going to get wild. You don't need that. Krat Times Issue 183. The Krat Grand Exposition has been delayed. The decision was made to protect the citizens until the puppet frenzy that has recently paralyzed the city is under control. The occurrence began on Rosa Isabel Street, resulting in hundreds of casualties. While the cause is still unknown, the number of casualties and the scale of damage are both growing as the crisis dragged on. The workshop and Vanini Company, Krat's largest puppet factory, announced that they would offer emergency supplies to citizens and do everything they could to alleviate the situation. A task force is investigating the possibility of a fatal loss of the Grand Covenant, which is the control protocol of the workshop's puppets. However, there is no quick solution as of now, with the puppet frenzy resulting in more casualties. As the city braces for a resurgence of the petrification disease, the citizens were advised to stay indoor for their safety. However, many citizens are trying to escape through Krat Central Station, intensifying the general chaos. Pomni's name reminds me of the name Julian from Oni Place came up with like Porchy from GTA 5. I think I remember that. Yeah, Pomni sounds like a name Julian would say. Oh, her name is Pomni. Bad dog. Welcome to the city of Krai, in honor of Valentius, who created the cornerstone of origin. Interesting. Oh, also, I know I kind of memed on it a little bit with the, like, oh, gold coin fruit? That's a stupid thing to try to find. No, gold coins, it's a reference to when the fox and the cat in the original Pinocchio try to trick Pinocchio into burying a bag full of gold coins and a tree will sprout out. So anytime I meme on something that's goofy, 9 times out of 10 it's going to be a direct reference to Pinocchio. I really like the GIF they posted of the Pomni plushies getting catapulted off a skateboard and getting thrown into walls. It's pretty funny.
citizens of Krod. The recent puppet frenzy is believed to be just a momentary glitch. There is no cause for alarm. Do not panic, whatever you may hear. The city is safe to traverse. We repeat, do not be alarmed, citizens of Krod. We are effectively handling the situation, with the cooperation of the workshop and the alchemists. The puppets are, naturally, imprinted with the grand covenant that prioritizes human safety above all. Please remain patient while the proper situation. Your active cooperation is requested and required. You will refrain from any unauthorized departures, assemblies, or active protests. Never forget that your safety is of the utmost importance to your city. The time for fear is over. Krod is safe. Krod is safe.
Everything is fine. Everything is fine. Everything is fine. I think the Ringmaster guy might be my favorite character in Pilot. I forget his name. I think it's Kane. Kane. I forget what his name is. Or that's the chess piece character. I forget. But his voice and animation of him is so over the top and wacky. Yeah, he's basically... I've seen it already like be memed on. He's basically Spammed in 2.0. Explode!
Destination Hotel Krod. Optimal location for observing the destination.
Teenage Mutant Ninja Puppet, Teenage Mutant Ninja Puppet, Teenage Mutant Ninja Puppet. Puppet full of ergo. Puppet power. I don't know why, like, the nose just reminded me of Donatello. Because everything is like a spear, and this is just a straight up bow staff. Also, I think the Easter egg suggests that the whole circus is a 90s PC game you would buy at a book fair is clever and funny, I imagine. I gotta rewatch it. I missed all, like, any, like, smaller details. I think my favorite joke was, like, ladies first? Wait a minute, what am I talking about? He just pushes her down. I just like the movements of the staff also. I've been using the greatsword in this playthrough, and it has a really good Fable art where you perfect parry regardless of how long you hold on to it for a short while. And if I get stuck in like a parry loop, I might switch to that just because easier to manage. But I would just wanted to check this weapon out.
A powerful parade puppet is blocking the entrance, and that's the only way in. Please, be careful.
I'm not sure how right my assumption is, but they showed renders that look like Windows 98 pop-ups of choosing a character from the show. And an ad for the merch made to look like a book mobile ad. Maybe. Hang on, let me just get rid of all these alerts.
Hello there.
Hello.
Welcome to Krot, visitor. I didn't think there were any stalkers left to fight the puppets. You didn't hear? Figures. The whole organization fell apart. All that's left are wannabes and amateurs who think they can fight on their own. You ought to buy something while you're at the festival. You can't rely on yourself alone.
Sorry, I was
You're alone?
texting a friend.
You could use some help. Here's a festival gift for you. Now get yourself something useful.
Now get yourself something useful and get out. Alright, so like for instance, we could buy all the starting weapons just fine. But these are new. You get golden records from merchants now. I gotta listen to the soundtrack, as I'm sure it's really good. Out of interest, I looked up the food in the freezer they stuck the Pomni plushie into, and it was from a grocery store in Australia. Neat. Not that way. Here appears a terrific, introducing the parade puppet. Here appears a terrific puppet that will enliven the parade. Introducing Parade Master, a remarkable parade puppet modeled from the workshop to celebrate the Grand Exposition. Hello there, I am the Parade Master. I like singing and marching with people. The Parade Master has the following functions: 16 jolly songs, cheerful laughter, and 54 parade phrases. Parade dances to delight children, the strength to carry 6 men on his shoulders. The Parade Master was made big in commemoration of the Grand Exposition. Check out its charm on the eve of the upcoming exposition. Oh, also, if you recall, the robots who talk back to you had a very jumbled way of speaking, but now in New Game Plus, we'll be able to understand them, which is a neat little bonus, if you will. Let me just... There we go. And then also... Oh, this was the boss amulet we got from the... what's it called? The Nameless Puppet. It basically makes you immune to burning, poison, decay, anything that's like a poison effect on you. It completely neutralizes it. It doesn't get rid of shock or the other types of effects. Break is another one of them. But like this is really useful for when you're like having to go through like poison swamps. But for now, we're just gonna use this. Yes. People who don't read weird messages and text in weird voices aren't normal. True. Radio just sounds like guitar riffs. Ah. Come on in, where I have been waiting. You could have given the king a real festival. The king? I wonder who that could be. By the way, I apologize if it was weird and annoying that I commented on all of your Drawloween posts and shorts. You're fine, Dean, don't worry. That's what they were for. It was funny how, like, it did became, like, a pattern. Like, alright, I posted here, I posted there, and Dean will comment here, and Dean will comment there. I do not want it in a box, I do not want it on a box, I do not want it in a house, I do not want it with a mouse, I do not want it over here, I do not want it anywhere, I do not like green eggs and ham, I do not like them, Sam I am. Sorry, I just thought of that off the top of my head. Anyway, so now you can see the power of the stick. Hotel Crot, the greatest luxury you will ever... This is what needs a patch. Being able to read the text, the luxury you will ever experience. Treat your... God damn it. Nail this! Treat yourself to an unforgettable day.
One more thing I should mention. The hotel security excludes puppets like you.
Like me?
So you'll have to lie to get inside. You're a special puppet after all.
He's my special boy. Also, you know what? I think the reason why the weapon, like the I always forget what this is called. The golden lie isn't all colorful and full of leaves is because I'm not human in this playthrough. That probably makes sense. That's actually a good indicator, because what I need to do in this upcoming ending may or may not depend on how much I've lied. I don't know. It's really confusing. Did you see the Five Nights at Freddy movie? I have Peacock, but I didn't watch it as I didn't think I was interested enough to watch it by myself for Halloween. I haven't watched it yet. I was probably gonna wait until like it came out though on Peacock though, so maybe I don't know, maybe my friends and I will watch it. But you know, it looks like a Five Nights at Freddy's movie. Human. Your springs are reacting. And nothing has changed on the gold lie itself, but you know, it's premiered on Peacock at the same time as it did in theaters. Yeah, I knew that much. You know what? Lies of P. I just read a tweet. Somebody said, "Would you eat brownies with creamy balsamic vinaigrette?" And I'm like, nah. And then they wrote a reply underneath saying, "Thank you all for being normal and proving my point." Okay, good. I was about to say. I was not about to hear whoever was wanting to eat all that. Anyway, remember, oh, look at that guy. Oh, he's not to be trustworthy, though, is he? Look at the building of a new society. The future. Hooray! Oh, ain't that nice? That musical puppet. But then everything went wrong. And the puppets killed. Evil. Evil puppets. Did you try green eggs and ham? Maybe. I think the coloring is what would throw me off for the most part. I always wonder though, did the puppets initially have the creepy claws, or did they just like, you know, start slashing at people long enough for them to get all pointy and stuff? I don't know. And look, there was us just 2 seconds ago, except I had a cool mask and coat on. Choi Ji-won. I watched a video where he was funny and like, oh, I've heard players have had a hard time with the one shovel robot. And it's like, yeah, he's annoying. What was funny is he started out the video was dressed up as the elder Black Rabbit brother with the gas mask on, and like partway through he's like, oh, I can't breathe, I gotta take this off. It was funny. Hotel Krot.
I'm so happy to see you.
Hey, she smiled. That means she's happy.
I am Sophia. I've been waiting for you. Searched all over the city of Krot to find you. You must have questions. Geppetto will have answers. But we have to find him first. He was last seen on Elysian Boulevard. All of Krot is dangerous for humans. And that neighborhood is one of the scariest. Please find Geppetto on Elysian Boulevard. I'll explain more once you find him. Look at Gemini. I think he's in shock.
Gemini is fine.
That's proof you're broken. The real Gemini isn't so calm.
God, I wish he would stay
I'm
broken.
no inventor, but perhaps I can fix him. Or perhaps he'll fix himself in time.
No, it's fine.
Wait. Take this pocket watch. Krot is a labyrinth of peril right now. This watch will guide you to a safe place. Be careful, clever one.
And we just got it a second time.
I'll use my power to help you.
Yeah, so like right now, that doesn't look like it would be a lot of ergo from the Puppet Master, but it's gonna just keep accumulating. Trust me. Like, I know I'm talking big, but I was like, this game really lets you collect as much ergo as you want. It's pretty wild.
I heard about you from Geppetto, but to see you in person, wow. You should take this. Geppetto left it with me. The sound of it alone. That craftsmanship comes only from the hands of Geppetto. You must be something else. A custom arm from Geppetto himself is quite an accessory. Oh, I forgot to introduce myself. I am Eugenie from the Workshop Union. I know my way around weapons of all kinds. I'm sure Master Geppetto would agree. If any of your weapons need work, bring them to me. I know my way around a weapon. Want me to look at something?
Okay, so yeah. As you can see, we have all these weapons to pick from. I was going with this combo with the Greatsword Fate Blade, as mentioned, or the handle with the Spear of Honor, and that was really adding a lot to it. Oh, also, this time around, Victor, because it turns out you needed the Frozen Feast, which is his weapon, instead of the amulet you get from him. You needed that in order to get one last secret vessel treasure, which is the mask of the fox lady. So we got that, We also got that achievement. What I like about this game is the achievements seem to correspond to regardless of how many items you have or not. So like if I collected all 5 of the vessels in this game, but I missed the last one, I can just get the last one in this one, and it seemed to have counted also. At least I think that's how it worked. It was working with the other stuff, but who knows. Anyway, yeah, I also have all the like boss weapons as well. So we have to collect the rest of the boss weapons in order to excuse me, sorry, in order to get the achievement or trophy. Also, I didn't realize this, but you can alter the boss weapons as well. So now it was initially just a equals C rank, but now that I'm Motivity, I brought it up to a B and versus a D rank, which is very nice. They have Dr. Seuss breakfast thing at Carnival Cruise, and I ate real green eggs and ham. It was scrambled eggs dyed green with food coloring. It was still fun though. I don't know if my stomach would have handled it. Like, I remember back when they made green ketchup, and it was like the most disgusting thing I ever ate. I think like the coloring really makes a difference on what I would eat. Anyway, let's talk to her more.
Stargazer is a survival device used by the Stalkers. It powers itself by accumulating and absorbing aerosol in the air. The Stalkers installed Stargazers all across the city. Once they're recovered, we can put them to use. If you want to test your skills or try new techniques, head for the garden. The Stalkers captured a puppet to use for training. Don't look at me like that. Everyone hates puppets. I know whose side you're on.
You're one of the good ones. Also, let me check this cat. Okay, I'm still considered a robot. Because this might play into an ending later down. And the cat is like a good indication of how human you are. I organize this place according to the rules, so don't touch anything, you Jenny. Okay. Trailer for the new season of Aqua Teen Hunger Force, premiering later this month. The animation looks really good, especially... Hang on. Especially for Aqua Teen standards. I have not seen it. I haven't watched Aqua Teen in like for years. Great fortune to all visitors, rest for all travelers, blessing to all friends. Also, this game actually gets a lot easier once you realize, I looked this up, and basically the weakness, there are 3 types of enemies in this game, right? Puppet, zombie, and human. So it goes electric for zombies, electric for robots, zombies for, electric for puppets, fire for carcasses, and acid for humans is the best strategy when it comes to dealing with them for extra damage. They're going to premiere 5 episodes and the 4 Sunday nights in lead up to Christmas. Nice. But yeah, also, I have all these records. And these are the 5 golden ones you'll find in New Game Plus. This one is based off of what you do with Eugenie's story. So I told the truth last time, so I have to tell a lie for her to get this record. But I don't have to worry about the record because we played all the music.
Welcome to Hotel Krat. My name is Polendina, butler to Lady Antonia. Please let me know how I may be of service. At Hotel Krat, comfort and calm walk hand in hand. Welcome to Hotel Krat. How may I be of service? The Grand Covenant is a set of absolute commands imprinted on puppets when they are made. First law. All puppets must obey their creator's commands. Second law. A puppet may not harm humans. Third law. A puppet protects and serves humans and the city of Krat. Fourth law. A puppet cannot lie. I've told you about the laws engraved upon every puppet. Do you require anything else?
Oh, also, Paladina is going to sell 2 quartz when the patch comes out, so that's going to be nice. Okay. Now we're just going to talk to... I can't use that right now.
Unexpected guests are welcome.
Antonia.
We don't insist on reservations. I am Antonia, and this is my hotel. Welcome. Oh, I knew from the moment we met that you're Geppetto's puppet. He might have a few loose screws, but Geppetto's skills are undiminished. It's a shame. He took off for Elysian Boulevard, and he never came back. If he doesn't turn up soon, we'll have to make a new coffin.
Oh, that was in poor taste.
Oh, I forgot. I was keeping this for him. It comes with a long story. But I think it's better off with you. Please find that old man. And do take care of yourself out there. People have no idea so many secrets are buried in Krat. Thanks for keeping me company. What are you curious about? I see you're here. That means you can lie. Your lies are a rare ability. You're able to choose your own path, unbound by anything. People on the outside are still afraid of puppets. Lie to protect yourself and find your path. I'm an old friend of Geppetto's. His son is like family to me. Make yourself at home. You're always welcome here at the hotel. If you have any questions, ask my butler, Polendina.
Oh, also, I forgot to... I didn't stream it because we reset, but at the end of the game, once you beat it, you can learn all... You learn how to play this piano, like, real crazy, like... It's actually one of my favorite moments in this, I guess. Just, like, after all you go through, it's like, yes, play the piano one more time. Did you... what's it called? Here, PlayStation repeating old posts, but I saw a clip of Vinesauce Joel playing Armored Core a little while ago where Joel runs out of ammo during a boss and tries to leave it to Rusty, and Rusty immediately left and Joel died. That has to be the one where when you climb the wall, because it's built for Rusty to leave.
Welcome
to... it's programmed so Rusty has to leave it to you, so that's really funny. Oh, also, before we keep going further, Here's something, I guess it makes sense why you would be able to still use this in New Game Plus, but story-wise, it doesn't really make much sense. We can still access the gold coin fruit. Now, first of all, also, something it kind of makes sense looking at it, the reason why it's lunched over, but this is apparently supposed to be, a listener. I think that's what Sophia is. If you look at it, it looks like a woman, with her head down and hair flailing. This is supposed to be what Sophia is. I guess the alchemists turn them into trees to get the gold coin fruit. Also, this is where we buy wish stuff if we ever want to use that, but I don't, because I will not be using the what's it called? The assistant Star Wish AI to help us in these future playthroughs, because I am a big boy who's good at video games now, so I don't have to worry about fighting those guys. Even Laxasia, that fight's gonna be hell, but I'll be able to stop her.
Be more careful. The Black Rabbit Brotherhood. I hate these guys. But don't be alarmed. My name is Gemini. We'll talk later, when we're safe.
We'll talk later when we're safe. Okay, we're safe. Let's talk.
I'm Gemini, your friendly puppet guide. Or friendly guide puppet? I don't know, one of those. I'm also a friend of Sophia's. Last time I woke up, Sophia was there because she woke me up. But I'm sure there are still other memories in there. Sorry. Must be the shock. Bear with me, and I'll do my best to guide you.
Gotcha. Part of Halloween for me was the fact that, already that time of year again. Now we're already on the heels of Thanksgiving. Yeah, time moves by fast. It especially moves by fast when you're doing 31 drawing prompts. So that's usually October goes by fast, and I'm like, oh, I haven't really watched anything Halloween-y.
Elysian Boulevard
It's fine.
is a regular rich people row. You wanted fancy boutiques and shops. No place better. But that was long ago. Before the puppet frenzy.
I kind of respect how everyone always memes about Mariah Carey, and now she, like, every year she's starting to play more and more into the joke, like the recent thawing her out of like a safety vault. I saw somebody take that video and edit it to Rita awakening from Power Rangers. Yes, after 1,000 years, I'm free! I'm like, ha, they're in on it. I should say, like, Mariah Carey didn't make that edit, but, you know, it was whatever. Anyway, Christmas. I usually don't do anything more heavy related for a monthly prompt, but D&D December is a thing, so I might... I'll get back into working on animations this month, but I might push focus on D&D animations solely during December. Not like every day, mind you, because I'm not a masochist when it comes to that, but that's probably where we're gonna focus on in the future. Any plans for Thanksgiving yet? I'm probably just going to watch Macy's Parade, the annual Mystery Science Theater 3000 Marathon, and eat pumpkin pie, mashed potatoes and stuff. Yeah, we usually have family come over here, though it might be a little smaller because everyone that usually comes over is going to see other family for the holidays, so it's probably just going to be a little small this year. I already went down here. I was already here. Also, who's whispering? Hey, who's in there? Whispering's illegal. Stop that. Okay. Moving on. Kaboom! Who wants a piece of the champ? They call Christmas December Ween in Homestar Runners, so we could always do Drawcember Ween this year. Maybe. I don't know. Just like, I'm probably gonna just draw more of my D&D characters and animate stuff like that. It's not gonna be a daily thing, but like, just something fun to do every so often. I was trying to do like a rotation between Dark Soulsborne, D&D, League of Legends, but like I was already getting not so much burnt out, but like I was coming up with more and more different ideas that I wanted to do, and I already have like 600 TikTok ideas just based off of audio that I've saved. So I'm probably gonna start just doing whatever now, regardless of whether or not I've done it. Ah, look at that low res sign. I love fighting awkwardly in a corner. Alright, go up. Weird. Ow. Frozen Man's letter. My Louise and Charlotte, my treasure. I can't hear anything. I think the streets are already dead. Nothing but silence. I assume that I too will become just another petrified corpse soon. I still remember the sound of your singing voice and sight of Charlotte looking at picture books. I miss all of it. The best thing I did when I was alive was send you and Charlotte to the cathedral for shelter. I wish this nightmare was all over. If only you and the kid could come back. But I guess now it's impossible. I love you, Louise. I pray that you're safe there. Remember Santa and the Ice Cream Bunny? Director had previously directed adult films. No kidding. I don't think I've heard of Santa and the Ice Cream Bunny. I've heard Santa and like versus Mars or something. I remember that one. That's a real old movie. I don't know why. My mind went to the Peter Cottontail TV special with Tom Kenny and like the weird villain named Iron Tail stealing all like the icons of different seasons. I love doing that. That's really satisfying.
Why, hello! I didn't know anyone was alive out here. I know what you're thinking, but I'm not a burglar. I'm just crashing in an abandoned house for a while. Don't worry, I won't cause any trouble. We survivors need to look out for each other. For your information, I didn't steal this.
You didn't steal this 10,000 ergo record for some reason? How very interesting. Alright, I'll have to come back later. Santa and the Ice Cream Bunny was on Riv Tracks once. It was filmed at a now defunct theme park called Pirates World. It was the one with the Thumbelina story. Interesting. The only thing Thumbelina related I think of is Dearie, marry them all. It's like, I think about that and I realize what a weirdly unfitting voice coming out of what looks like a cute mole or whatever her she was by comparison. Ah. Vanini Krot landmark. Oh. I was reading and falling to my death. How silly of me. Anyway. God, why are you the worst? Anyway, now that I am not falling to my death... Oh, this is why I'm able to understand it, because you get the wavelength decoder sticks with you. Vanini's Krot Landmark Guide number 2. This month's attraction, Alchemist Bridge. The Alchemist Bridge is the bridge on the Elysium Boulevard and the main way to Krot City Hall. The Holy Ouroboros. The mark of the alchemist is fittingly engraved into the bridge. This shows that the alchemists are not just powerful, privileged class, but have also donated tremendous amounts of money across the city, thanks to the striving cultures of philanthropy in Krot. You can find areas with names of prominent figures. It's like the city's motto: the citizens are the owners of the city. The most widely known attraction in Rosa Isabel Street, it's named after the cultural sponsor, Lady Isabel Monad. But if you think about how the lady's married to the leader of the alchemists, Valentinus, you'll think twice about who really is in control of Krot. The union of Krot's old families and organization of alchemists is shown in this symbolic form, given the sacred Ouroboros mark is engraved on City Hall as well. It's obvious who owns the city of Krot. Ratings 3 out of 5. A good place to learn about Krot's beginning and in essence. Reporter Maduro. This guide was made with the support of Vanini Company, but may not reflect the company's opinions. An unfitting voice, just like the guy in this game, who you would think would have an evil, raspy voice, just sounds like a server from Red Robin. Yeah, no, my friends started getting into Lies of P, and I asked him before talking to the merchant, I asked him just straight up, like, before you talk to him, take a good look at him, right? Right? Take a good look. Now think of every merchant or Soulsborne character in general you've heard of. Now I want you to think of that, what that voice would sound like. Alright, now talk to him. And he started bursting out laughing as soon as he said, "Well, hello there."
Is that a butterfly? Why is the Ergo reacting like that? If you want to check it out, I can take point.
Warning, petrification disease, quarantine zone, no trespasser, everyone is patient or a lunatic, do not speak to them. Or both.
This must be your first time in the petrification disease quarantine zone. For most people, this is their last stop. You are a good Samaritan for coming all the way here. I'm one. May I ask you a favor? My family took my baby from me and sent me here. They said it was for my own good, but it was heartless just the same. A baby must be with its mother. Please go to Krot City Hall and bring me my baby. Thank you so much, kind one. I can finally see my sweet Elena's face again. Please hurry. Hard scales spreading across my eyes. Before I lose my sight, please.
She said the baby was at City Hall. Should we check it out? Oh, I hope everybody's safe.
Sorry, I was reading Gooseworks just posted a comic with the caption, I hope MatPat takes the comic into consideration because that would be really funny. He just made like a weird comic where like, Pomni, your mother and I are getting divorced. I didn't even know you were married to my mother. Well, think of it this way, 2 Christmases, but I already had 3. You're losing one. Ah. Jiminy sounds like the flowers in Super Mario Wonder. Well, the funny thing about that is the flowers at least only say like 1 sentence phrase, like a quick 2-word phrase, and it's kind of charming versus him going like, maybe I'll land the submarine next time, bud. It's like, you're not funny. And these bastards are still a pain in the ass. But they're now dead. I also beat Super Mario Flood. Torn Doodle. It itches. Peel the skin and there's blue blood, blood, blood. Pretty cocoon, blue angel, joyful appetite, blue death. What a feast. Death, 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 death. I'm alive. It itches. I don't think I was able to read this in my first playthrough. But now I am. I just realized you're missing one. Oh, yeah, I already read that. Doy. Voiced an actual presence in the game. It would stink if Cappy and Odyssey talked as much as Jiminy does here. Yeah, no, that would be really annoying. Hang on. Dang it. Fine, whatever. And said as many dumb one-liners. Yeah, no, I know what you meant. I just that's the key difference is like they don't talk nearly as much. What's funny is people said like, "Oh God, wish the flowers would shut up," but I think they've got like a little bit of charm to them. Forward and upward. I personally wish that the Yoshi and Nabbit weren't just insta baby bitch mode.
Play together like we used to.
Like just like, oh, they won't die if they get hit or whatever. I'm like, I want it to be Yoshi. But on the flip side though, that makes it easier for when I'm trying to go for 100%, that I can just play as Yoshi or Nabbit and just, you know, skip through any like real danger.
Who is it? Is that you, Murphy? Oh, I guess not. Sorry, I thought you were my friend, Murphy. Murphy is a super cool police officer. As a puppet, even the petrification disease can't get him.
Super cool.
I wish I was like him. You should leave so you don't catch the disease from me. If only we could play together like we used to. Murphy, I miss you.
Toma.
If only we could play. Murphy.
Yeah, I don't know why you can't talk to Toma after you fight Murphy. Murphy, by the way, is the abandoned watchdog cop boss, in case that wasn't obvious. But what might have not been obvious is Murphy might be a reference to RoboCop, since that was Murphy's last name. RoboCop's real name is Murphy. So that might be a neat little Easter egg. Shortcut. I said shortcut. How super cool? Like Mr. Beast super cool or just standard super cool? Hey, Murphy is so cool. He's got super strength and super speed, and he can fly and laser eyes. Sit in the fucking corner.
For your information.
Anyway, gonna buy that. Excuse me. Heavens. And like I said before, because we're about to deal with everyone's favorite, Mad Donkey, we're gonna just swap to a different grindstone and arm to make it easier for ourselves. I don't think Murphy's French, so he probably wouldn't do that. All puppets will be destroyed.
You've got a lot to answer for. You know what caused the puppet frenzy, don't you? You're their maker, practically their father. You and the alchemist scheming together. Tell me the truth. What's your problem? I'm here for the old man. Get lost. Wait. I know you. Or more like, I know what you are.
I know what you are.
You're the devil's puppet. You can't sneak past me. Die!
What's nice is this weapon can apply, you know, effects on them. Ow, I got stuck in the corner. Alright, we'll take it.
I'll kill you both, then string you up on the bridge.
I'll string you up by the sockets.
Are you a dream or a nightmare? Stop showing up already. I'll kill you both, then string you up on the bridge.
Gotcha.
I demanded the truth. Now I feel bad for my comrade.
Oh no, that wasn't a puppet, it was a real person. Oh no. The little mouse boy.
Finally, we meet. Son. It's a dream come true. Seeing you like this. I understand why some people despise me. I invented the puppets, after all. I should take responsibility as their maker. But in order for me to do that, I need to take care of the puppets at City Hall. Won't you help me, son? Take this. You'll find it most useful. I want to hear all about your experiences, but now isn't a good time. Use the Stalker's key to open the bridge door. Then get rid of the frenzied puppets that have seized City Hall. We'll catch up at Hotel Krat when you're done. I want to hear all about your experience. Use the Stalker. We'll catch up.
Yeah, I heard about that story being fake also, but just like imagine you had to set up all those Orbeez and fake that you like destroyed the town's plumbing just for clout. That's wild. Also, I don't know if you were there towards when we beat this game proper, mostly because it was my fault because it was a 6-hour stream. I didn't realize just how long the ending was gonna be, but yeah, I'm probably gonna drop spoilers from here to here.
Assembly tool you were talking about.
I didn't say anything.
If you find any more weapons, let's try using them here.
I don't wanna. Let me also just switch the Legion arm. I just love this. I just love the sound of this weapon. It really adds like a bit of a bonking noise to it. Ow. That was really deadly. I wonder what that's all about. Oh, also, you know, in hindsight, maybe I should have realized something was up about the petrification disease when you see something like this being latched on. This is clearly... That is clearly not just a petrification disease where you turn to stone. You just straight up are turning into a zombie. No, ask for your opinion, Jiminy. Shut up. Oh, I saw that. You can say that. Come on, YouTube. Ugh. I've been sitting on my ass for a while when it comes to fixing YouTube or whatever to just make it so you can say whatever. I just need to actually go in and see how to filter that proper. Alright, news issue 1124. Mr. Vanini's ambition to make a jolly police mascot puppet for City Hall had ended in failure. His passion to make a trustworthy friend for the citizens and strong officer whose proven criminals was in the right place, but turned out to be excessive. The new police officer puppet's overcharged storage battery exceeded its capacity, causing chain explosions, malfunctions, and serious body damage. The City Police Council recommended disposing of the puppet on the grounds that its appearance intimidates visitors, but Mr. Vadini and the taxpayers protested, halting the council's plan in its tracks. The puppet still lies abandoned behind City Hall to this day while the lawsuit is ongoing. The interesting thing is, even when the puppet is unattended, it It performs a number of mascot roles. It is especially popular with kids, and it even appears to react and respond to playing of children. However, it has led to more slum children entering City Hall and causing inconvenience to visitors. The City Council is considering exhibiting the puppet only occasionally as a means to restrict entry. I'm surprised that I actually called out that Soulsborne Wizard of Oz thing they teased at the end of the game. No, that's the thing. I was literally saying the entire time, like, man, it'd be really cool if this opened up more fairy tale Soulsborne. I'm so down for like public domain stories being turned into Soulsbornes like this, because this is proof that you can do it really, really well. And then finding out at the end that whatever this game entails, it's going to involve Wizard of Oz. I'm like all down for that. Will you be my friend? Everyone is gone. I'm all alone now. That would be wild. Though I know the stipulation on that is it wouldn't be Mickey Mouse 24, it would be Steamboat Willie Mickey Mouse, which, you know, tomato tomato at that point.
Oh no. No survivors here. What do we do? Just give her that baby puppet?
Sure, why not? Yeah, we're gonna go back to give the lady her baby puppet. Ugh, excuse me, heavens. Ow. I will say, the direct video that Liza P did earlier today didn't really show much other than the fact that the rising roll is going to be default and we're going to be able to get Aladoro's outfit, but also it showed some concept art for what looks like what's to come, and one of them that got me interested, they only showed two drawings. One looked like a weird like nexus of energy, probably full of ergo, but then one was Pinocchio on a boat like out in sea, and that has me curious of where we're going to go with that one. Mickey was partially inspired by Doug Fairbanks, who was a silent film star with a sword, so it wouldn't be too out of the ordinary for a black and white Mickey to use a sword. True.
You found her.
Maybe a keyblade even.
One. I could sense her from miles away. Oh, my sweet Elena.
Elena.
Please let me hold her. There, my baby. I missed you so much. What do you think? Isn't my baby adorable?
We're gonna tell the truth in some of these, alright? So, that's a puppet.
What's wrong, kind one? This is my baby. My sweet Elena. Did my family convince you to lie? Don't do it. road leads to nothing but sadness. I should know. I am so grateful to you, kind one. Please take this token of gratitude.
Alright, well. Okay, yeah, I'm like, sorry, I'm just looking up information also. That's a puppet, you're just jealous that I have someone special, so you're taking out on me with lies. Yeah, that's probably part of it. There's like a back and forth on the Reddit where it's like, you have to lie, you have to tell no lies. No, you do have to tell lies, but you also have to let Sophia live. Oh, but you don't have to let Sophia live, but you still have to tell only truth. So it's like, I'm gonna try to go for as many truths, and the only thing I need at this point, I feels like I need to only get humanity, or so it's called, through, what's it called? Through, like, say, like the King of Riddles and stuff like that. As long as I don't get gray hair towards the end, I think I should be fine. This is one of those few endings that seems like it's a yes or no kind of thing. So from what I think, basically the idea is I need enough humanity to reject Geppetto, but not enough humanity to get the gray hair when letting Sophia live. I just don't know. Anyway, time to fight Murphy. Children, frozen, abandoned by you. I avenge my friends. Okay, that's not a counter. I thought it was. You are guilty, I punish you. I shouldn't have done that. Ah, my back is hot, I'm exploding. No, that sounds really weird. Since you have the new Astro Boy that show that's called Pluto, it looks interesting, but the episodes are all hour long or so. I've heard, I didn't know if it was Pluto or not, or Astro Boy, I should say. Oof, I recognize that grab anywhere. Ow. Ah, damn it. Zach, Sophie, Eric, Toma. Dang it. Yeah, I think old Murphy here is immune to electricity, which really counterproductive towards trying to best him, so let me just switch up me arm real quick. Electric judgment, you're guilty. Oh god. Oh god. No. No. Yeah, you're freezing cold like my friends. That's a little depressing. I looked up to boldly flee the Nostalgia Critic movie after Corey said it was 4 hours long, and he wasn't off by much. It is 3.5 hours long. Oh boy. I only ever watched the Kick-Assia movie, and then I forgot what the one where they were all dressed up as like fantasy characters being chased down by that one guy who hates technology. I only ever watched that. Nowadays, I don't know how far I would get trying to watch something like that. Alright, back to the hotel. Now I gotta charge my phone. It's starting to get all laggy. Alright.
Wow, cool part you got there. Come here for a sec, would you? I picked up traces of high-powered energy originating far away. That's one mystery solved. Why don't we make a Legion arm with it? Mr. Vanini is the expert when it comes to Legion arms, but I'm pretty sure I can make one. The puppets get fried easily by electricity. If you use an electric Legion arm, it'll make your life easier.
So I was trying to do, but then Murphy decided, no, I don't wanna. I don't wanna be convenient. Okay, also, something I realized, somebody noticed this about Sophia, but it never dawned on me, but it kind of makes sense that she the reason why she's a
Geppetto.
hang on.
He is on the second floor. He can hardly wait to see you.
No one seems to acknowledge Sophia in any like dialogue at all, like oh what happened to that blue-haired girl or whatever. So it's possible that Sophia is only a projection for us to see, which makes it really interesting to think about.
I'll use my power to help.
But anyway, also as you can see, I got 40,000 ergo from that. So like I said before, the amount of ergo we collect over time is just going to get staggering.
Ergo is the miracle that made Krat prosper. Without Ergo, there would be no automated puppets to make Krat wealthy. When you move, you tap into the power of Ergo within you. Gather more Ergo. It will make you stronger. In the folklore of Krat, a cricket often acts as a guide. That is why these automated models became popular. But Gemini is unique. He's more than just a guide.
He's a
As you
nuisance.
get more familiar with Gemini, you'll see what I mean.
Ugh, I wish I didn't. Yeah, I don't know if I would ever watch a Channel Awesome movie nowadays, only because it's a little goofy, a little too goofy. It's like when they had Harry Partridge on for Slightly Artistic when they were doing the whole Channel Awesome stuff. I was definitely in the same kind of vibe. I didn't watch a lot of Channel Awesome stuff, but like I got like the cool energy of them. Like, yeah, they got all their toy guns and all that, and they're gonna go kill this guy. Yeah, it's gonna be real epic. Like I got that kind of energy. But nowadays I'm like, ugh, I don't know if I could watch that all the way through.
You've returned. Forgive a sentimental father for worrying about his son. Always remember that you're precious to me, even when I ask you to do something dangerous. Speaking of which, there's a factory just beyond the Lycian Boulevard. It's packed with countless puppets. My friend, the inventor Venini, went to stop them, but he never came back. Please, go save him and shut down the factory.
Be a good boy.
P organs are the source of your powers. Collect quartz to get the strength you need.
Be a good boy and make sure this heart stays intact. It's one of those things where you start to pick up on the little like
Remember, the hotel
trails he's got.
is the last safe place in Krat. It's our only refuge in a city full of perils. It'll be extremely dangerous if anyone has ill intentions. Be careful who you tell about this place, especially if they're stalkers or alchemists. Be wary of dangerous people. And always be a good boy to me.
Alright, so as you can see, we now have phase 6 stuff here. But for the time being, I'm just going to use this stagger, since we got the 2 quartz from them. I can imagine that watching Easter with your friends must be a lot of fun. I'd join if I had time and if I counted as your friend. It's one of those things where it's one of the it's a group, it's a private group chat with friends from college, Dean. So it would feel really weird for me to bring somebody random. No offense, not saying you're random or anything like that, but it's like one of those things where it's very much in like a very close kind of cut kind of thing, if that makes sense. Let's see here. Let's see. I'm trying to figure out what would be the next best thing. Go do that, and then do that. Okay. See, the thing at this point, a lot of these options are like increase the uses of the cube, gold, shorten the time for the gold coin fruit, or add belt slots, which could be really useful, but like some of these are very much like they would just weigh me down. I wasn't sure what you meant by friends, since you're friends with other artists, but yeah, I can see why I wouldn't fit in that group. No offense taken. Alright. Yeah, no, I have like I tend to I jump a lot between friend groups. Most are one half is from like artists I've met online, the other are friends from college in that regard. Let me see. So like, as I was saying, like some of these are very much like, oh, increase cube uses. I don't like to use the cube, so I'm probably not going to. But like this perfect guard weapon durability is probably what I'm going to focus on next, just because I don't want to have to worry about durability on the fly.
You can get from City Hall to the factory with the key I just gave you. Venini gave me that key, and now he's missing. Rescue him if you can. The city of Krat. It's probably not how you remember it, eh? Ask me any questions, and I'll fill in the gaps. Venini Works is the puppet's main base. It's a factory where they manufacture more of themselves. Venini himself went to stop them, but I'm worried. He's an industrialist, not a fighter. Rescue Venini and shut down his factory. That will deny the puppets their reinforcements. The cathedral is famous for its wise and kind Archbishop, Andreas. He offers sanctuary to countless refugees there. The thing is, I've lost touch with him. Perhaps no news is good news, but I'm a suspicious sort. And if the puppets push towards the cathedral, it could be devastating. Go save the Archbishop and the refugees before it's too late. I don't know what's happening in the Malum district. The Black Rabbit Brotherhood seized the neighborhood. And that's all I know. It was always a run-down neighborhood, but it's descended into anarchy, or worse. I'm hearing rumors of monsters rampaging through the district. Those poor people. They need your help, son. Rosa Isabel Street is a stronghold of the puppets. It's a hunting ground where the most dangerous puppets roam. I believe it's the epicenter of the puppet frenzy. After all, I detected the strongest wave of ergo there. Especially for someone as precious as you. It's a perilous place. And when you walk a dangerous path, my son, it's best to take it one step at a time.
Alright, thanks, Market. Ask me any question, I'll fill you in any gaps. Yeah, who's Carlo? Don't worry about that. Where do babies come from? Alright, so, let's see, we've been going on for about 2 hours. Here's what we'll do. We'll do Venini's workshop, and then we'll call it a stream. Let me just get these gold coins. Oh, also, for some reason, the Saintess of Mercy statue is available to get to in New Game Plus. However, they've updated it so that the statue and the gold coin tree does the exact same thing with like reallocating your stats and stuff. So it kind of became a moot point for some reason to make it that. Anyway. Come on now. What if Disney's Pinocchio was in this game and he was the baby mode like Yoshi's Wonder? You know what's funny? If we want to get technical... Oh yeah, I also have the blue hair still. This is the closest we can be to being the Disney Pinocchio. Which is more akin to what the actual Pinocchio looks like in the story. But a funny thing, I was listening to a podcast. I don't know if you're familiar with Chris Ray-Gun. Makes a lot of commentary videos. Used to do a lot more like focus on political stuff, but now he just kind of does whatever now because it's his channel, so he does what he wants. Vini's Guide. Dear citizens of Krat, the factory has been occupied by the puppets. Whatever the cause, Vanini Company is responsible for it. I, Lorenzi Vanini, am going alone to stop those devils. The factory is very dangerous now. Stay out of it and keep safe. The rest I'll leave to Mr. Geppetto, who I trust more than anyone. God save us all. Regards, Lorenzini Vanini. Oh, mamma mia. Anyway, so I was listening to Chris Ray-Gun's podcast, Snark Tank, right? And he mentioned how on his other podcast, Sacred Symbols, he made a joke about Liza P, where you end the game by fighting Walt Disney. And apparently that got the obvious joke got to like at least one person that they either left a comment saying, "You spoiled the game," or they unsubscribed from their Patreon.
Here it is. Vanini Works. Everything you see here belongs to Vanini, the classiest playboy and most brilliant inventor in Krat. Just ask him. Not just puppets. Almost every machine and tram in Krat is supplied from here. You gotta be curious about the guy. What kind of person is he? I wish we could find him. If he's still kicking.
Kicking? I want to do some kicking. No, but what I was going to say is the funny thing about that whole thing is like you don't fight Walt Disney and Liza P, but you do technically fight Sephiroth. With the Archbishop going, "I'm a one-winged angel," over and over again. Excuse me. Ow, you dickhole. Did you hear that all remaining 3DS Wii U servers are going to shut down next April? Hard to believe this will be the final chapter in both consoles' history books for official support. Yeah. It's wild to think. It's one of those things where you forget sometimes multiplayer games and support for them and like, you know, old consoles is gonna end one day. Someday there's going to be no more support for PS4, so I'm not going to be able to stream off the systems themselves. Hopefully by then I'll have a different solution, and we won't have to worry about that. I love exploding puppets. Ooh, dude, it's called Pretendo. He's asking preservation, is making preservation servers for all the games and programs on both consoles. Nice. You're not Nintendo, you're Pretendo. Well, hopefully that won't result in a nice old cease and desist from Uncle Nintendo, because that would suck. Hang on, before I answer King of Riddles, let me go slap this guy around so I don't have to worry about getting a random bomb to the back of the head.
Another fine day in the city of Krog, but I wonder, my friend, just where you've been? Oh. Congratulations! You've been selected from this cast of a little for an exclusive, obtrusive, intrusive transmittal for me, Arlecchino, the king of all riddles. Now, you know what I'm called and why I called you, and I want to know your name, but not till we're through. For as soon as I learn that's one riddle burned, and I do love a mystery, don't you? Now, only the living solve riddles, as everyone knows. That's a must. When your city is so full of puppets, it seems are about fit to bust. It's time for the riddle. No more waiting. We thank you for participating. By morning, it walks on feet numbering 4. At midday, just 2. No less and no more. It walks on 3 feet when the evening arrives. And if you solve this, then I'll know you're alive.
Monster. No, human.
Correct. Fantastic insights, caller. But not everything has to rhyme, you know. I'm not a caricature. I'm the king of riddles. That said, how do we know you didn't just get lucky? Even a stopped clock is right twice a day, and even a puppet can be accidentally correct just by random chance. Still, a promise is a promise. Arlecchino, tell him what he'll get. Thanks, Arlecchino. Caller, your correct answer has earned you a Trinity key. Doors and keys and doors, the subjects of puzzles and riddles galore. My next riddle won't be so simple to crack. Arlecchino's the king. Not some riddling cheap jack.
Your springs are reacting. Alright, like I said, I'm gonna try to keep truth and lying to a minimum. I think if I get to a point where... Ow. Fucker. If I keep it to, like, at the minimum, because the reaction will be, like, the ergo is whispering, I think that might be alright. Like I said, though, I don't the details to get the ending I need are a little murky when it comes to it. So we're just gonna keep. We're not gonna listen to any records, but we're gonna, you know, every so often we'll get King of Riddles that makes us human, and so on. Excuse me. Before we continue, though, I gotta pee, so I will be right back. Alright, we're back. Sorry about that. Well, I just wasted all that. Electric Bliss is effective for subduing puppets. Get out if you're not a stalker. Nice. Got him. Okay, now, you know, usually I do go down there to fight the puppet of the future, but there's actually something I wanted to do first before we go fight him. So we'll fight him later. Ooh. Let me just rip this off.
This place gives me the creeps. It's like something's gonna jump out any second. Hey, pal. Jimmy's looking out for you.
Ah. Just slap him with a funny stick. Actually, Furious Golden hits, that's all it does, okay. Factory Manager's Report. Dear Mr. Vanini, as per your orders, I've conducted a quality investigation on Ergo supply by the alchemist. Of course, it was done secretly. Certainly, the quality of Ergo was getting worse over time. I don't doubt the alchemist, but the decrease in quality is too widespread to call it a coincidence. At this rate, the quarter's puppets will have a chance of defects. With most important things is the quality of the Ergo after all. According to the reliable source, the high-level alchemists are running Ergo production experiments lately using another method. I wonder what that method is. Personally, I think their secret experiments have something to do with a decrease in Ergo quality. Are they wringing out the bodies of discarded puppets in the barren swamp or something? Anyway, I recommend approaching them carefully instead of complaining to them. Manager of Factory Number 1, Nicola. They're wringing out bodies, alright. Slap them around. Oh dear. Well, shoot. Guess I gotta go down here now. That don't look good. Defeated. Foul beast. Ooh. And a butterfly. Why was it so squishy sounding when I killed it? This is where I wanted to show off the use of this amulet. Excuse me. So while wearing this, we don't get poisoned or corrosion or corruption, whatever it's called in this. Basically, we don't have to worry about the poison while we're wearing this amulet, and it's really useful for moments like these. Along with like the arcade part in later on in the game also has moments like that. Oh my god. The only problem is that you gotta deal with ambushes like that. All regular like. Where are you going, you giant bastard? Indomitable amulet. +1 though. Ooh. Goodbye. They'll never not be funny. Open the shortcut. Now we have the other ladder to go down there, but like I said, we're going to do that later. Fire axe.
Ooh, admirers seem to follow me everywhere. Pleased to see you, my stalker friend.
You made it all the way here unbothered by ruffians. You've got talent. I've never seen you before, but who cares?
This may well benefit our former client. Did you catch that subtle whiff of money in the air? Moneybags himself, Lorenzini Vanini, is inside this factory this very moment.
You caught us on our return trip. We had to deny his ridiculous request in person just to be sure it wasn't a joke. All we could do was laugh.
Keep your whiskers up if you're heading in there. He is the richest man in Krat. Or so they say. Who knows? Maybe he's handing out bags of money to lift his spirits.
Ha! That seems unlikely. No way are we doing that.
Well, anyhow, best of luck. Best of luck to you, my friend.
Are you carrying the latest edition of Vanini's Landmark Guide? It's the most popular non-fiction work in Krat these days. Maduro wrote the actual guide. Vanini published and financed it. It goes for a premium at the shop, but Maduro might not get his cut. He went missing recently, which of course made that volume more popular than ever. If you can get all 3 volumes collectors want, bet you can get 4. No, 5,000 for it at the shop. But you're in luck. I have a conscience and a powerful sense of self-preservation. I'll let this one go for 500. That's a good investment. Don't sleep through it. You'll wish you had this, and the price is a steal. Let me know if you have any interest.
Oh, well, if you put it like that. Ripped Vanini's Krat Landmark Guide number 3. This month's attraction, Rose Estate. There's a warning band attached to the bears, the herring symbol of Krat. Warning! This book has been banned. If found, please report it to the city. Reading banned books will result in punishment. Are you sure you want to read it? Some uneven handwriting in here. You were warned, but you're reading a forbidden book. You're a bad person. Well, you're reading it, so this is what you get. The roses bloom on Rose's date. Don't know the rest of it. The end. Reporter Cat. This guide was made with support of Red Lobster Inn. Hey, wait a minute.
So, have you had time to read it? It's the first volume I wrote, so go easy. By the way, I need to mention something before it slips my mind. It's a shame that the original author went missing, but I fear you misunderstood this commitment. I am willing to sell my newest book for 500. No refunds, of course. That's a given. But look on the bright side. That volume of the series is not easy to acquire. Take care you don't get torched.
Okay. Moving on up. Now we open a shortcut.
Oh, fantastic. The pipe fit like a glove. Well, like a pipe. That fit. Idioms, you know?
Thank you. Dead. Doctor's confession. My name is Clark Shore. People call me Dr. Cure-All. I intend to confess my sins. I made innumerable medicine sales under the guise of being a cure-all. At first, even I was sure about my experiment early on. The cure really was effective in neutralizing the petrification disease, and why would the great alchemist's records be wrong? I know I stole it, but I perfectly followed the manufacturing process. My cure was perfect. But what went wrong? I dare not record what the ones who got treatment turned into. That was literally hell, and when I realized that I was the gatekeeper who opened the doors, I ran away. How could I atone for my sin? I only tried to treat patients and earn a few extra coins. I'm dying, and this is my penance. I also have the petrification disease, but I'm not getting the cure. I'd rather turn this stone and freeze to death. God, please forgive my terrible sins. I wonder whatever happened to that doctor. Have you seen this eccentric? Have you seen this as eccentric? Hot off the press news this month again. This month's eccentric is Mr. J, a gentleman who caused a stir by marrying a puppet. Is it because the custom-made puppet is so beautifully made, or that Mr. J's peculiarities even he was unaware of suddenly burst? Mr. J fell in love with the made puppet at first sight, and they got married even in the face of his family's opposition. But the lovers' secret wedding faced ruin. The enraged family stormed in. The husband was confused. The puppet bride was greatly damaged. She clearly had a soul. We loved each other. Gentleman J, who became his family's headache, still makes the same claims. He's even fixing his bride and redoing the wedding. The tragedy was all made possible because of Krat's advanced puppet technology. Let's all listen to our families now. Haha. The Have You Seen This Eccentric Corner will continue next month. I wonder if that'll come into play anytime soon. I wonder who a Mr. J could be.
All puppets must die. Oh, it's the only way to be sure. All puppets must die. Every single one. I hear the sound of springs inside you. You're a puppet too. You can't fool me. All puppets must die. Kill the puppets! I can't tell what's blood and what's oil.
Good enough.
I wish I hadn't run away. I wish I'd known. Surviving is a hell of a thing.
Ah, come on.
I can't tell what's blood and what's oil.
Oh, come on. Oh my god. Oh my god. I've always hated fighting this one.
I'm sorry, dear. I was afraid to die.
Okay. Anyway. Excuse me. Alright, so before we fight both the puppet of the future and go save Nini. We're gonna go down. God. Why is it always like the one like headless puppet that takes off my entire health bar? Anyway, we're going to just use the Trinity key also here. Usually I prefer getting the one Trinity door in the cathedral, but this is fine. Question of the day: did this factory worker ever think he would be destroyed by a puppet? Destroyed like a puppet? 3 creates 1. Who opened the door be one with the great ones. I still don't know what the hell these rooms are. Part of me feels like this is like some weird, like, future Assassin's Creed, like Illuminati, Templar shit or something. I don't know, but like this room feels way too clean for what the rest of the game has to offer, and it makes me suspicious. Don't be suspicious. Don't be suspicious. Oh, baby, a triple. In one fell swoop. Oh yeah, the boss amulet also covers fire, so that's why I didn't overheat when I stepped in his fire. Also, this now takes care of all the poison in the front, so we don't have to worry about poison when fighting the puppet of the future. You see? It's nice and dry now. Now the only thing I gotta worry about is shock. There we are. There we go. Break your knee. I wasted that. Ow. See, now we got a big piece of ergo from him. Those were endgame ergo last round, so seeing that gives a good idea of just how much ergo we get in New Game Plus, which is a lot. And also the boosted glaive blade from before. Who's that? Sorry. Hey, Adam Slater, welcome to the stream. Sorry, I didn't know if I might have not seen that just before, if you did comment. But welcome to the stream.
A little help? Anyone?
Wealthy and dashing, 3-amp of this, or whatever. Sorry.
Alright, Benini. Pull yourself together. You have a duty to this city. And to your own sterling reputation. Oh, easy now. No need to kill me. Surely we can discuss this like reasonable people? Hold on. Geppetto's a friend of yours. Did he send you? I'm fine. Please, help me find my butler Pulcinella. He's a puppet and a friend. Those stalkers were supposed to be working for me, but... well, they bolted and left me to my fate. That was not helpful. My butler went to barricade the back door, and I haven't seen him since. Pulcinella has been a loyal companion. I'd hate to lose him. The factory is, of course, my priority. We must take it back. But please, keep an eye out for my butler. I'd consider it a personal favor and owe you in kind. Before all this chaos, Fuoco was the puppet in charge of the furnace. But he changed. He was a stand-up fellow once. Now, not so much. I'm told he's still building an army of puppets and marching them on the cathedral. How did this nightmare come to be? Please, you must stop him before he does any more harm. Before all this, I'm told, how did this... Before all... I'm told, how did...
Okay. Enough of you. Oh, into the goo. Discardees notes 189X XXXX. The puppet cannot refuse the Grand Covenant imprinted upon manufacturer. It must obey the creator's orders and cannot harm humans. But look at that puppet that was once called Fulco. Is the Grand Covenant flawed? The one faithful puppet now kills humans. It creates puppets instead of fire. It obeys something else other than humans. It's as if someone is controlling it, or it has a mind of its own. As if there's a king of puppets somewhere. Is it pretending to be human? Is it a simple defect? This requires further investigation. 18XXXXXX. It's surprising. Fulco's actions were not simple obedience, but faith. Fulco worships something as God. I heard there's the King of Puppets on Rosa Isabel Street. That must be what is controlling the puppets of Krat. But a puppet having a human ego is a problem from another dimension. There's still a puppet secret that I don't know about. Ergo is probably the key. But those guys are awakening like humans more quickly as days go by. Someone has to stop them before it's too late for the sake of all humans. What could this King of Puppets be on about? Oh, I almost fell in the goo. I think I got everything here. I'm up. Probably could have used a better alarm than a stock alarm sound that's on my phone. Learn his ways, join us. Ow. Damn it. We fight for humans. Why can't you see it? Do they now? Could have fooled me. Excuse me. Damn it. Damn it. Lie or die. Let's try this again. Ow. Come on. Gotcha. My flames. Oh, my king. Nice. Got Vanini out there, no problem. Alright, it's late, so we're just gonna level up. And then end the stream. Alright, so of course we got all the rare ergo here, but look at this. These are only like 5,000. This right here is already 7,000. And we have stuff like 3,000 and a lot of 1.5 thousand, a lot of thousands and plenty of 300. So they give you a lot more ergo this time around. I guess it's like a reward for replaying the game. So now you'll see what I mean by leveling up.
I'll use my power to... I am able to wield ergo. They call me a listener because I can hear ergo. I inherited the power from my mother, who hated it, called it the devil's power. So I kept it a secret that I could talk to puppets. Now you are the only one my voice reaches. So I beg you, please, save Krat. I'll use my power.
Okay. So, keeping an eye on the required ergo is still 16,000 and loose change. Watch this. We went up about 10 levels and it's still 16,000. It's really wild what the requirements for leveling up is at this moment. I think it's gonna... I think the shift is around 150, but still, that's really wild to think. Not that I'm complaining.
If it isn't my savior. Glad to see you made it back in one piece, my friend.
One Piece. I'm like looking around as if I know what I want.
There you are, my boy. My savior, yes, that's the word. You took back the factory and I cannot thank you enough. Without the factory, No more new puppets. The army has run out of recruits. My friend, you saved, well, all of us. But listen to me going on and on about my concerns, and I don't believe I've even introduced myself. Signor Lorenzini Venigni. Gentleman, bon vivant, and, at the moment, utterly at your service, my friend. If the name Venigni rings no bells, perhaps you've heard of Graz's Prince of High Society. That is because they are one and the same. Just two of the many names I've collected in my 3 decades here on Earth. While I sincerely believe meeting Venigni is its own reward, I have not rewarded you in the more traditional manner. Please, take this. My newest prototype. It'll be safe with you. It's a grinder stone that keeps granting special attributes to the grinder. I hope you'll put it to good use. Then my eyes do not deceive me. I never imagined I'd actually see it again, and in the flesh, so to speak. I just designed it, set it aside, and never got back to it. Genius and acclaim can keep one quite preoccupied, I'm afraid. You are really interested in the arm, I see. Then, my friend, you shall have it. It just needs a few mechanical adjustments to fit your, particular needs. And frankly, this design is almost child's play to me now, so let's start by making it a bit stronger, shall we? I will also add what we brilliant inventors call modularity. That means it will be much easier to improve and repair since you'll be able to use commonly found parts. You might say this arm's new abilities are, legion. No? Too much? It was too much. I always welcome friends. May I be of service? Of course you're curious. Pulcinella has been restored thanks to you. In a small way. Mostly it was me, but, you know, genius never rests. Except for beauty rest. Pulcinella isn't just my butler. He's my family. The only one I have left, really. I won't forget what you've done for us. If you ever need anything or find yourself in a spot of trouble, call on your friend Venigni. I always welcome... No one, not even I, know what started the puppet frenzy. Why? That day of all days... it was horrible. A violent rampage of murder and mayhem that is seared into my memory for all time. And it was never supposed to happen again. I made sure of it. Designed a few special parts to ensure they'd remain loyal. Puppet armies do not arise by chance. There was intent behind this. I don't want to leap to conclusions, but the only one I know with that kind of power is the King of Puppets himself. We need to learn how this happened.
Amatsa, that is one slick prototype. You think it's a tram for crickets? Amatsa, you think it's...
Felicitous salutations, my friends. My name is Signor Lorenzini Venigni. No doubt my reputation precedes me. I come to you with only the most peaceful intentions, and as a true friend of craft. Behold, Venigni Works, where we will honor the city of Graz's history while forging her brilliant future. When I broke ground on this place, we broke ground. I certainly didn't do it all personally. This was simply empty space, a blank canvas. But in the hands of a maestro, it became a work of art. All my life, from boyhood to this very day, I have been derided
excited for my, let's say, single-minded focus on a lifelong obsession with building animated, automatic, autonomous automata. But today, just look before you. Venini Works is ready to start building the future. Krat's golden era is waiting to be built. A dream of the future we can only create together. Help me make this future come true. Join us, for this moment in history will happen only once. Join Venini, your friend for life. Felicitas Salut. Behold, when I but to the Krat help join Venini.
Buongiorno, and welcome to the House of Venini. I am Master Venini's Major Domo, Pulcinella, at your service, sir. The House of Venini carries only the finest in luxury merchandise. I believe you'll find all items to be both superior quality and distinguished provenance. I am certain you will be able to find something that suits you, sir. At the House of Venini, even priceless things have a price. Every item is a treasure of distinguished quality and superior provenance.
Okay. Sorry, I was looking on Lollipop and I didn't want to slurp into the mic. So, yeah. I think that is where we will end it for now. We're back on track with Lies of P. Probably my game of the year. This point, I keep saying probably, but like I would say this is definitely my game of the year. As much as I loved Tears of the Kingdom and even Armored Core, Souls games just have a hold on me when it comes to like what I want, and this delivers tenfold. So that's why I want to platinum it. Anyway, so tomorrow we're gonna continue on up to the cathedral and all that, and if you're familiar with what goes down there, you're in for a bit of a treat. I mean, if you're familiar, you know what goes on, and if you're not, you're in for a bit of a treat. Anyway, I'm probably gonna get back into animation this week, but it will take some time. This is not the same as pumping out one drawing a day. This is multiple drawings in sequential order. So, but I have a quick one that I want to do that I think people will like. Who knows? Anyway, with all that said, that's going to be a stream. Thank you to everybody who stopped by to watch. I will see you tomorrow. Bye bye.